Hey, so I bet you can tell how fly my hair be looking. So I'm gonna show you kind of my hair routine. I get asked a lot about this, so I thought I'd give it to you straight. So when it comes to styling my hair, I most often wash it at night. So I wash my hair at night and I spray. This is like my hair routine. So I'm gonna, whoa, whoops. I swear I didn't have a real squeaky chair. So if you hear that noise, just know it's my chair. Okay, great. Okay, so the first thing I do, so after I get out of the shower at night, I spray my hair with, so these are all my favorite products, and I'm not gonna lie, I have spent way more money and bought way too many products to try them all out, and I swear by these. Like, these are my go-to. There is, like, every one of these items that I use, I feel like there is nothing there's just nothing better than them. So the first thing that I put in my hair is the volumizing tonic. So I use this Aveda volumizing tonic, and I spray this. So I shake it up and I spray it when my hair's wet all over my roots. So I just kind of part the hair, pretend I'm spraying, and I spray it all over the roots, okay? So then after that, then I use this volumizing thickening tonic, and I do the same thing, except for I spray this, shake it up, and spray this all over the hair. So the first one is gonna help give you volume at your root. The second one is gonna actually help swell the hair and plump up the cuticle, making it appear thicker and fuller. I love both of these products so much. I can't do my hair without them. All these products, actually, I can't do my hair without. And I swear I'm not being dramatic when I say that. I really can't. So then I sleep on my hair, and when I go to bed, I lay on my pillow and I do this. I take all my hair like this and I go, good night. Okay, so then when you wake up in the morning and your hair is all dry, you could also spray in there your dry shampoo, because if you have watched any of my videos or follow me, you know that I'm a very big fan of dry shampoo on the first day you wash your hair. So if you spray it in your hair the very first day that you wash your hair, and then you can spray it in there like every night before you go to bed or whatever, but it'll start absorbing oil right from the get-go instead of spraying it when your hair is already greasy and oily. So do that. Next, here comes the really important part in the front. So this is how you're gonna fix all this problem we got going on here. You're gonna take very small sections right here in the front, and if it's easier for you, you can clip out everything that you're not using just to make it easy so that it's not in your way. You're gonna clip that out. You're gonna take your hair, comb it forward, and then you're gonna take your flat iron, and you're just gonna really quick, right at the root, go over it. Did you see how fast that was? That was like lightning speed fast. Okay, maybe not that fast, but pretty dang close. So, and then you're gonna take a next section, and the reason you wanna be fast is because you don't want much heat on your hair for very long. So next section, doing the exact same thing. So fast, and I'm mostly just focusing that flat iron at the root of the hair where it's super crazy and skiwampus, and I'm pulling it all forward just like that. And then as the hair is cooling, I'm just continually pulling it forward, and I'm just gonna I'm gonna do this whole thing. And the reason I'm not going all the way down the hair is because I'm actually not gonna do my hair straight. If you were gonna do your hair straight, then you could kind of follow that flat iron all the way down, but I'm just gonna keep taking small sections, pulling the hair forward, just like so, and really getting that root and not worrying about anywhere else until you get all the way to the back. Go ahead and part your hair as you normally would. So for me, that's going to be a center part today. In fact, even if I wasn't going to do a center part, I would still part it down the center to curl it so that I got the maximum amount of volume. See that? Oh my gosh, what a difference already, okay? So we got that part done. Now we're gonna move on to the next step. For me, this involves putting my Halo Couture hair extension in. This is where I kind of get fullness and curl and volume from. It's really the same length as my hair. It's not any longer than my hair. It just gives me fullness. As far as where you get these halos, you have to find a distributor near you. I wish I could give you guys like a very specific place to get them from. I get mine from Grassroots Salon. It's in Davis County, Utah. So if you're close to that area, you can absolutely contact them. But if not, you just got to find a distributor near you. So then I'm gonna curl. So I sectioned off my very bottom section, and I'm gonna curl that really quick before I put my halo in. So here's the thing. This is with all hair types, basically, short, long, and medium. You really don't need a ton of curl down at the bottom, okay? So you don't need a lot of curl down there. I feel like that's the biggest mistake I see people make when I watch them do their hair, is they curl too much down at the bottom, especially if your hair is short. If you have short hair, ladies, I mean shoulders and above, you do not even really need to curl these bottom pieces. Like, you just need kind of a soft wave, and that's how people with short hair end up looking like Shirley Temple. Like, so if you get your hair curled and you're like, why do I look like Shirley Temple? I just look like I got crazy hair. I'm telling you, it's because you're putting too much curl in this bottom section of your hair. You really don't need it, just kind of like a subtle wave. So then I'm gonna go ahead and put my halo in. You can watch that. Okay, so now when I curl these front pieces, these are kind of like everything that sits in the front of my face. So when I curl these, I don't like these to be super curly either. I feel like that's another really important thing with doing your hair curly with a small iron. I didn't even mention that. Let's talk about this curling iron I'm using. So this curling iron that I'm using, this is let me think about it for a minute because I get them confused all the time. 3/4 inch curling iron. So this is a 3/4 inch iron. And I use a small one because I like the messy textured look that it gives. However, in the front, I don't necessarily want this front piece to be very curly. So I'm gonna pull that hair forward just like this, like all the way forward, and then I'm gonna stick the curling iron straight up and down, and I'm gonna curl it in front of my face, but you can see I barely keep that curling iron on the hair just long enough to give it a little bit of a curl. So again, pull the hair forward, curling iron goes straight up and down right in front of your face. Careful not to burn your nose. Aha, I have done that before. I know from experience. So why these are curled, like why they're cooling, I just kind of let them sit in front of my face. And then once I feel like they've cooled off a little bit, you know, then you can go ahead and move them. But that will give you like that perfect kind of feathered back around your face, but not too curly. So the key is, again, pulling them forward, holding that curling iron straight up and down, and curling them that way, okay? So now this is where, if you did not have hair extensions of any kind, obviously, you would do the same, exactly what I just did on that bottom layer. You're gonna take pieces and you're gonna hold the curling iron straight up and down, and you're gonna start at the top, and you're gonna slowly feed that hair through your curling iron, and then when you get to the ends, you're gonna leave the ends out, and then I kind of open it just to pull the curl out, and then I keep it straight as I'm pulling it, and it just grabs the ends with this hair tutorial. So I'm gonna take my next section, and I do find it very important to section your hair. It just makes it so much easier to work with. Then now I'm going to, in order to get the volume, this is the key. So you're gonna hold the hair straight up, okay? You're not gonna go down here and go underneath like this. You're gonna hold the hair straight up and down, and you're gonna take your fine tooth comb and you're gonna back comb. So I'm going to go just at the root and back comb just in that inch section right next to my root, and then I'm gonna spray that with my all-time favorite hairspray for holding and back comb, which is the Aveda Air Control Hairspray. I'm gonna spray it underneath that, let it dry, and I'm gonna continue that around my head. Once you get that done and those are dry, you are gonna take your curling iron and you're gonna do the same thing. You're gonna hold it straight up and down, and you're going to curl it. backwards. Now, I always like to curl away from my face, and I like to keep the same direction of curls. I have tried where you curl one forward and one backwards, and I don't like that method. Let me tell you why. Because I feel like, so if I curl one backwards and then I curl one of these forward, they curl into each other and then it leaves separation in holes. So I prefer to get the texture out of the hair in using different methods of curling, not necessarily changing the direction of the curl. So that was a straight up and down, clamped in, clamped out. Now the next piece, I'm gonna hold it, and I'm not gonna clamp it. I'm gonna hold it at the root, and I'm just gonna do a wraparound. So kind of like you would with like a wand, where you just wrap it around and you hold the ends out. And then I'm gonna let that sit, and then I'm gonna just kind of pull it out just a little bit as it's cooling. So, and I'm gonna alternate that curl pattern all the way around the head. So next one will be a clamp and curl, where I clamp it in the iron, and then the next one after that will be a wraparound. So we're just gonna alter those two curls all the way around the head. Okay, so then I've got that all done. Now I'm gonna take down my next layer and do the exact same thing. So next layer, and you're just going to alternate those curls, some being a wraparound, first back comb, then spray all the way around the head, back comb and spray. And again, when you're back combing, you're holding the hair straight up. You're going about 3 to 4 inches from your root, and you're gonna back comb, back comb, back comb. Push it in nice and tight, and then spray it, okay? That just creates that back combing right at the root where it's nice and solid, and then it doesn't, it's not everywhere, and it just stays right there where you want the volume, right at the root. So again, alternating the curls, follow that all the way around. Next layer, same thing. I just take this, I will take the back section usually first, back comb it, spray it, and then go ahead and curl those ones. Okay, so then we got our sides here, just the very last, the top, back comb, spray, and then when you go to curl this top section, I like to kind of use the same thing that I did in the front, where I pull it slightly forward and then keep the curling iron again straight up and down. You're really gonna focus that curling iron, fairly close to the root. Notice how high up on my head I am, not all the way down. I'll show you what I mean here. And I just am feeding that hair through. And then when I get to the ends, I'm gonna just unwind it and pull it down. Go through your roots and kind of break up any solid back combing that you have. Just break that up a little bit, and then finish it off with a couple products. So one product that I absolutely love is the Pure Abundance Potion, also by Aveda. Now let me tell you, with these products, like this Pure Abundance, I just sprinkle that in on the top of the hair, kind of where I want the most volume. This gives the hair like grip texture. It also swells the hair by like 30% to make it more bulky too. And I just put that at the roots. This one, so much better. Like it is good. I'm telling you, there's a big difference in that one than any other one that I've ever tried. Okay, so that just kind of gives you the volume. And then I'm gonna take one more product also by Aveda, which is the Control Paste. This is like a paste, has a matte, well, it's kind of more of a semi-matte finish. So it's not shiny, it's definitely meant to be, but like I said, it's not matte. But I just take the tiniest amount of that, put it in my hands, and rub my fingers together. And I'm just going to kind of work this through the hair to create some pieciness, some definition, some texture. And then if you have like any front pieces here that are kind of, flyaway-ish or whatnot, and you just kind of mold and manipulate the hair with. There we go. Thanks for watching. I hope you guys like it. I hope you have a wonderful day.